I'm going to give you a quick tour of the 951 ramp that just opened yesterday here in Collier County. I can't believe that there's a nicer one in the county. So we've got this ladder here. That is not a swim ladder, but it is an access ladder. I'm not quite sure what for. Really turn around, you can see all the concrete pilings and how well those are set up. Look at the size of those rollers. That is definitely an industrial setup. Got some really heavy cleats all the way down the dock. Let me give you a shot of the rub rail. That's important for boaters. And what looks like wood here right next to the rub rail is actually the composite material, so it won't rot, it won't fade, it won't twist, it won't splinter. Got a nice wide ramp coming up here. Let's check out the fish cleaning stations. Have another access ladder here. Let me backtrack just a moment and show you the fire extinguisher that is mounted on the back side of the dock, about halfway down. Okay, at the top of the ramp, we've got another access ladder, and then we've got two fish cleaning stations. Let's see how many pumps it takes to get water. Okay, that was 65 pumps that it took me on this one. It is low tide right now, and these are pumping straight out of the canal. There was 11 pumps right there. So obviously this one was getting some more use than that one. Some nice signage, some pelicans, how to take care of pelicans if they ever get hooked, get line on them. More signage. Place to put your recycled fishing line. And this is how you'll pay now. If you remember the electronic stations they used to have before, as soon as those would get wet in a hurricane, you know, get flooded, those would be out of service and pretty well wasted. So now you can do it all online with the QR code. It is $10 to park here if you do not have the Collier County Beach Pass, and then it's another $10 for a launch fee, and you can get your annual launch fee sticker at a number of Collier County places. So you pay one time there and then go unlimited. Otherwise it's $10 per launch. Got plenty of recycling bins and trash bins. Another fire extinguisher mounted right next to the ramp itself. Here's a nice look at the bumpers that are on the wooden pilings. This is a close-up of the seawall material. Really well done. So this sign marks obviously the end of the ramp, but just to kind of give you a reference, that's about right here. So you've got all that area to back in, and then you'll hit the end of the concrete ramp. Another fire extinguisher mounted, and then plenty of signage, all the rules, regulations, and some environmental messages here. Let's watch these guys go in. Nice dual axle, 27 footer. Beautiful boat. These guys obviously know what they're doing. That was easy. Here's a pro tip while I'm out here. You see how this gentleman put his tires up against the parking curb? That's exactly the way you want to do it. Because even though he is all the way in, as far as he can go, that tandem trailer, you can still see how far it sticks out beyond the white lines. And you want to give everybody else plenty of room over here to pass through if they're parked behind me. And that's it. That's the last update video you're going to get from me. This park is perfect. It's literally all brand new. I don't think there's anything in it that they didn't touch, didn't redo from the ground up. There wasn't a lot of like repairs or fixes. They just literally did it over. So shout out to Commissioner LaCastro who always keeps his finger on the pulse of these projects and does everything he can to make sure they move as quickly as possible. But he's got a great county staff behind him that work hard, and the contractors that did the work. I know the Kelly brothers did most of the heavy lifting on this. However, the parking lot and the electrical were done by different contractors, and I'm not quite sure who they were, but shout out to them as well. We use this ramp quite a bit, and it's very convenient for us. We're happy to have it open 2 weeks earlier than the deadline that it needed to be opened by, and yeah, happy to do that. So I hope you found this video interesting and informative, and I'll see you in the next one.